So yesterday on 4.3, we worked on simplifying rational expressions and multiplying rational expressions. Today we're carrying on with 4.3, talking about dividing the rational expressions. Yesterday I warned you that division is very similar to multiplication, okay? There's just that one extra thing. I'm going to take us back a little bit. If I'm multiplying these two fractions, how do I multiply those?
You combine the thingy.
Make it one big.
Yeah, one fraction.
I just multiply straight across, right? Yep, I can think one big fraction. So 1 times 3 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay. What if I asked you to divide those two fractions?
Do the same thing.
Keep, change, flip, right? So I keep the first fraction, which would be 1/2. What does the change mean?
Make it multiplication.
Change this sign, division, to multiplication. What does flip mean?
Make it 4 over 3.
Right, these two switch spots. So this would turn into 4 over 3. Now, what do you notice about it?
You can
Do the same.
It's a multiplication problem. It's similar to what we did up there. So all we got to do, treat it as one big fraction. We multiply straight across. So 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. What does that reduce to?
2/3.
2/3. Okay. So with normal fractions, we are going to do the same thing to our rational expressions. Okay. So what do you notice about example 5a? Is it multiplication or is it division? It's division. So what do I need to do first before I can start simplifying? Rewrite it. What do you mean by rewrite? Keep the first one. So I'm going to keep 1 over x squared plus 9x. Change the sign from division to multiplication. And then what do I do to the second fraction? Flip it. So I have 3x squared minus 18x over x minus 6. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this looks very similar to what we did yesterday, right? What do we do with this?
Make a big multiplication.
Okay, I can think of it as one big fraction. What do I need to do before I can start crossing some things off? I have to simplify, which will probably end up being factoring. Do I look at everything all at once, or do I look at it separately? Separate. So I'm going to focus on this fraction first. Can I simplify the numerator?
No.
Nope, so I'm going to keep it as 1. Can I simplify the bottom?
Yeah.
How?
Factors of 9.
We only have 2 terms.
Take out
Oh,
the
take out x.
Take out what they have in common. If we have 2 terms, we just want to see what they have in common. So do you agree they have an x in common?
Yeah.
Okay, if I take an x out, what's left?
X plus 9.
X plus 9. Good. Am I done with the first fraction?
Yes.
The first fraction, I'm done. Second fraction, how can I simplify this top part? How many terms do we have? 2 terms, so that means we just see what they have in common. What do they have in common?
Take out 3x.
A 3 and an x. So if I take that out, what do I have left? X minus 6. Yep. And then on the bottom, can I do anything with x minus 6?
No.
No, so I keep it. Once I have everything simplified, what's my last step?
Cancel it all out.
Start canceling some things out. What cancels out?
X and 6.
X minus 6. What else?
The x's.
Right. The x's can cancel each other out. What else? Or are we done?
That's it.
That's it. So how do I write my answer? What do we look for?
3.
Whatever's left, right? What's left on the top?
4.
3 over. Remember, you're multiplying these, so 1 times 3 is just 3. And then on the bottom, we have x plus 9. Done. Okay. So do you see how division is very similar to multiplication? We just have that one extra step.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and try 5b on your own. So I had a good question. I was asked if you can reduce these. I cannot because x plus 9, it's separated by an addition sign. Okay. If it was written, for example, like this, then I can simplify those two. Okay, but if that number is with an addition sign and an x, I cannot simplify that. Okay, good question. All right, on this one, what do you notice? What do we need to notice? That is division. So what do I do if it says it's division? Keep, change, flip, which means we keep the first fraction the same. What does the change part mean?
Division to multiplication.
Change division to multiplication, and then flip. We flip the last fraction. Yep. None of the signs are changing. All they're doing is they're just switching spots. Okay. What do we do next? Simplify and or factor. Look at everything one at a time. So I'm going to look at this one first. How many terms do I have? 2. So when we have 2 terms, we're just going to see what they have in common, see if we can take something out. Okay, so what do I take out?
2x.
Everyone agree with 2x?
2.
What's left on the inside if I divide that out?
X minus
X
6.
minus 6.
X minus 6. Can I do anything with x plus 5? Nope. Can I do anything with this whole fraction? Nope, I'm just going to keep it the same. What do we do next?
Cancel.
We start canceling things out, right? What can cancel out?
X minus 6.
X minus 6
5.
and x plus 5. For an example, real quick, if I had another x plus 5 out here, can I cancel that out? No. Okay, only one. You can cancel out 1 to 1. I cannot cancel out 1 to 2 or 2 to 1 or whichever. Anything else? No. What's left? 2x. Just 1, right? This is all I have left? Good. So, number 7, first thing, now that we're dealing with both multiplication and division, you want to understand which one's happening. Which one do we have on this one? Multiplication. So, since we have multiplication, do we have to do anything? Like, before we can start simplifying? Nope. This one can just stay the same. So we start simplifying. Take it one at a time. Can I do anything really with this whole fraction? Nope, it's all simplified already, so I'm just going to keep what I have. What about this here? Right, think. How many terms do we have? 3, and we have that y squared. Okay, so we're probably going to have to factor. What are factors of 4? 1, 4, 2, and 2. Which pair is going to get us to add up to 4? 2 and 2. How do I write that? Y plus 2, y plus 2. Good. We talked about this yesterday. What's this going to turn into? Remember, they're both perfect squares. What's the square root of 9?
But can't you not take the square root of the negative?
Yep. Y plus 3 and y minus 3. Yep. So, are we all simplified?
No.
Right, now we're at the cross out stage, right? What can I cross out?
Y plus 3.
Y plus 3.
Y plus 2.
How many?
1.
Only 1. Can I cross them out like this?
No.
No, it has to go top to bottom. So, what's left?
Y plus 2.
Y plus 2. Do I write it like this?
No.
What's wrong with that? Right, that y minus 3, where did it leave off? It's on the bottom, so it needs to stay on the bottom. And then that's our answer. Okay. All right, looking at number 9, what do you notice about it so far?
Has the x3 or x cubed.
It has an x cubed. What else do you notice?
It doesn't have the x in that one. Oh wait, no. It doesn't have a
Under number of the.
It's not a fraction, right? How can I turn this into a fraction?
Put a 1 under.
Put it over 1. Yep. I want to help you get started. What do we need to do first before we can simplify?
Keep, change, flip.
Why? Because it's division, right? So we want to change it. So I keep that first fraction. Change the sign to multiplication. What happens to the second fraction?
Flip.
What's it going to be?
1 over x plus 7.
Good. Okay. I want to help you get started with simplifying this first one. What do you notice about that first one? Sergio kind of already said it. What does it have?
cube.
It has an x cubed. Whenever it has x cubed, think, do they all have something in common?
Yes.
What?
X.
So take an x out. What do I have left? X squared plus
14x.
14x plus
49.
49. Okay. And then rewrite everything else that you have. Now go ahead and simplify. Okay, I'm gonna ask you right now, is this numerator fully simplified yet?
No.
What do I need to do?
Factor them.
I need to factor this inside part still. Okay, so keep that in mind. Go ahead and try it. All right, so we need to keep simplifying. We already said that we need to factor this middle part still. So what are factors of 49 that will get us to 14? Does everyone agree with 7 and 7? How do I write that? Do I still have this x? I still have the x on the outside. How do I write these two as factors? X plus 7 and x plus 7. Good. Now we're on the denominator. What do I need to do there? Factor, right? We have 3 terms and we have that x squared. So what are factors of 28? That'll add up to 3.
4 and 7.
I agree. 4 and 7. Can I keep them both positive?
-4.
Yep. It's going to turn into -4. How do I write those two as factors?
X minus 4 times x plus 7.
Good. Moving on to this one. Can I do anything with that fraction?
No.
No, I'm just going to keep it. It's already simplified. What's our last step? Cancel things out. What can cancel out?
X plus 7.
This one? What else?
Yeah.
X plus 7.
Other one can also cancel out. Good. What else? That is it. What else? What do we have left? X. Don't forget we still have this x here. So we have x over x minus 4. Can I cancel these two x's off?
No.
No, because remember this x is with that -4. Done.